Here we are. Off to a little rough start. Only fashionably late. Charmingly late. Swimmingly late. Welcome, Doodlebugs. Hello. How's everybody's morning going? Good morning, Big Stretch. It's watercolor time today. Oh, I know what I forgot to set up. If you give me one more second, I'm gonna grab my paper and we're gonna begin. Ooh. Today we're doing watercolor because I have this whole big stack of watercolor paper. Harry, are we dead yet? Welcome. Good morning. How's it going? Hello, hello. Good afternoon back east. Shadow in the woods. Cheers. Magical. It's a magical Friday. It's a sunny, cloudless Los Angeles day today. I'm going to disappear into the mountains this weekend. I think that'll be a good thing for everybody in general. So I got that I'm looking forward to. How's everybody's week been? Is anybody else sipping? Is anybody else sketching? Today I'm sipping coffee, as always. Although I've been considering changing it up. And actually, I had a little bit of a stressful morning and almost was like, maybe it's time to do a breakfast beer and the sip and sketch. But yeah, as healthy as that is as of a solution. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm just going to give people a little time to start. Actually, no, let's get going. I want to do a watercolor painting today. So let's start off with, I want to just jump right in it. Does anybody have a suggestion of an animal? An animal. It could be your spirit animal. It could be your pet. It could be the thing that attacked you. It could be the thing that you sense you become on a full moon night, but you can't quite verify that because all the witnesses turn up shredded. Yeah, let's start with an animal and flip it over to the watercolor camera. Do. It's my paper. Today I'm using, got this packet of watercolor paper from Strathmore. This is 140-pound cold press watercolor paper. And I'm going to begin with using one of my favorite brushes. I also got my waters, got my dirty water, which is fairly clean right now, and I got my clean water, which is actually a little bit dirty because I was painting with it last night and I didn't bother to replace my waters. Ooh, here we go. Hippogriff. Awesome. I'm going to take hippogriff. I take the first suggestions. Hippogriff. That's the one where it's a hippopotamus and a pegasus. That's like a buckbeak, right? Wow. I just had a big blank on that. Do you ever have moments where you suddenly realize the thing you were obsessed with in your childhood, it's like you've lost those facts? Like that movie that you used to always be able to quote, now you can't quote it anymore. I just had that with Harry Potter where I was like, I know nothing of the Harry Potter world. Oh no, she's having a stroke. She's too old for you to get her away. She's breaking down, build a new model. Okay, hippogriff. Yeah, okay, cool. Cool. All right, I'm going to begin. Let's see, hippogriff. I'm going to start with this yellow paint up here. No, I'm going to actually, I'm going to keep it up there. I'm going to keep the coffee here. I'm going to keep a handle on it because I don't want anybody to steal it. I also don't want to put water or paint in it. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. I'm not the only one. Hi, Kate Pop Trash. Hi, Coop Trash. Hi. I know she's having a breakdown. Hello, Elliot. Thank you, Big Stretch, for moderating. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I do this Sip and Sketch every week. If you're new here, Fridays, 10 a.m. Pacific time. And I generally paint and draw and doodle, and I go off your suggestions. So I'm just going to start with a real rough sketch of a hippogriff, if you can believe it. You see what it is. You know, you get it. It's got like, what is it? Is it lion paws in the front and then like hooves in the back? Sounds about right. Do you see it? Do you understand what's happening? Is it legible? It's not, because it's yellow. It's a very faint yellow. We're going to punch in. We're going to kill the light just a little bit. Everybody else is going to throw up. The one thing about shooting overhead, I'm still trying to perfect my equipment. If you can see, you're just getting a little tour of this rough watercolor sketch. Yeah, it's just that light glare. I'm working on it. Studio 2.0 is coming along. That has been my project since early last year, almost a year ago. Moving out of Minnesota, coming back to Los Angeles, and setting up a space. Thank you, Big Stretch is the patron of the year for like gifting me this studio space, basically. So applause. Thank you very much. It's a mighty generous offer. Fill a space and use it to create art and fart and all sorts of good stuff. And it just feels good to have a space to create in. I'm getting to the end of my cleanup, my renovation, my redesign, my overhaul. And I've started shooting a little bit of a studio vlog for you, which I'm hoping to get up on my YouTube channel in March, next month. I can share with you what I've been working on. All right, so I'm beginning with sketching with yellow because it's just a good base layer. It's easily manipulated, you know, with watercolor. There's very little option to backtrack, but using colors like yellow as an undertone can help you really workshop an idea and then finesse it. Although I do kind of like a sketchy look, so I'm going to just keep it loose and light, which has been a goal of mine since the start of the year. Loose and light, not be so tense with my lines. Don't they have like weird like feathers up there? You can see how that could be a hippogriff, right? And while this is wet, I want to start blending. I want to start bleeding right away. Let's do everybody have fun tonight. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. The yellow is tough to see for a reason, because I wanted to get that real rough outline, and then we can go in and perfect it. I want it to be fiery colors. Let's do some splatters. Some splatters. Just make it chaotic. Let's play with it. Enough of that. Also, using this paper for the first time in a while. I mean, I've used watercolor paper by Strathmore. This one feels, I don't know, I'm on the textured side of the paper, and it feels extra textury. I don't know if I'm just going crazy. Yeah, they have lion paws on the front, right? Welcome to another episode of Help Mary Paint Creatures. There we go. And then I'm gonna see, I wanted to have kind of a lighter head. but it also needs to be defined. So I'm going to throw in, there's this yellow orchid, orchard, ochre. Yellow ochre goes around the eyes. And let's do something funky. I'm really in love with, there's a super bright, the orange that I've been using down here on the paws. Oh yeah, I like that. I like how that's turning out. Oh, I like that. Let's see how close we can get it. Yeah. I like that. I'm gonna leave it there. Alright, and then I'm just gonna use the same orange to kind of workshop the body. Yeah. Flesh it out. Actually, this kind of ochre, this yellow, worked really well around the eye. I'm going to use that more on the beak. And with this yellow, this radiation yellow as a undercolor, not only does it give me a chance to kind of sketch out the shape and the form of the character, but then it's also kind of prepped that part of the paper for adding paint on it and blending. Now you can do like the real watercolory things and I'm just gonna grab pigment and drop it on the page with my brush. Just kind of push it around and really define it. And in some places, like the yellow's gonna kind of hang out, like on the edge of the beak there, you can still see that undertone, which is great. It kind of acts as a highlight. And in other places, it gets lost entirely, and that's okay. You know, because its purpose was really more to be a guide. And I feel like the yellow undertone is kind of a perk, if you will. Ooh. How do I want? Let's see. I want to do some feather texture. Yeah, I'm gonna do it this way. Just let the brush create the shape. Whoops. I want it somewhat patterned. It can be chaotic though. This is nature. It's nature. Hey, what do you guys think so far? He's got wings. I don't know how I'm gonna do the wings. I really don't. Let's do, yeah. You know, the front legs have some fleshing out. Fleshing out, we call it. Ochre, ochre. Always love a blank, all-seeing eye. That's right, striped crayons. That's how I roll. In fact, here's what I'm gonna do. Because I want to hit it before this entirely dries. You know, I'm gonna try and blend even more. So I'm throwing some purple down. You're really starting to see it now. There we go. It's becoming a little more defined. Got that eye there. I'm gonna throw a little purple right down here too to kind of give us like a hairline, a feather line. Oh, thank you, Muck Rig. Thank you. You're all magical. Okay, so Are We Dead Yet is confirming. It's a horse with wings and an eagle head. Is a griffin. Oh, and a hippogriff is a giant eagle with a lion's back half. Horse, eagle head is a griffin, hippogriff eagle, lion back half. Okay. This is why, because I was doing lion foreground and then it was going to be horse back half, which I could still do, I guess, because I am the art god today. I could still workshop this. I'm going to workshop this. We're going to do eagle talons. Here we go. Boom. Talons. So what was going to be, this is going to be like the pads of the lions. That's now the whatchamacallit, fringed chaps that eagles are all wearing. Have you noticed eagles just wearing fringed chaps? You know what I'm talking about with the way eagle feet are. Eagle legs. Jeez. Okay, Mary, this is a half-assed scratch. You know, like they have like really like eagle legs. I feel like they're very like fuzzy or thick. It's like owls. Like when you see like a wet owl versus a fluffy owl, and you realize, wow, there's not much bird in there. Excellent lyric, big stretch. Horse in the middle, but you got much lion. I don't know. You let me know. My parrot says you're good. She's amazed from blank to color, shape, and detail, from mind's eye to what? Tell your parrot I say hello, and thank you. Thank you to your parrot for all the love. What's your parrot's name? What is your parrot's name? Yeah, so sunsetty. I'm all about sunset colors lately. And there's just something very dynamic about them. I'm just throwing some more purple around the eye. Yeah, I just want it to be a feature. I want it to stand out. Cool. While that part dries, I mean, I guess it's time to make commitments with the back half. Yeah. Here we go. Lion. So these are paws. It's a little bit drier back here, so I can do some more defined work. There we are. All right. It's getting there. It's getting there. Oh boy. I am liking it more than last week's painting. I don't know. I had intentions of finishing the painting from last week. It's kind of mermaid sirens. I wasn't gonna go mermaids, and then everyone was saying mermaids, so I made mermaids. And I sat down to finish it, and I just couldn't. I think the thing that got me was the composition of it. So I don't know. I don't know if you were here last week or how you feel. If you strongly desire seeing that painting completed, I also bit off more than I could chew with the concept, and it was just, it was a lot. It was becoming a lot. So I decided to indefinitely table that piece, which I absolutely encourage all artists to do at some point. I think there's a lot of artists who are like, oh, I have no problem with that. Oh, don't you worry. I will never finish that painting I started. Yeah. I don't know. I accept it for what it was at the time, and I enjoyed making the painting. But when it came down to round 2 and really hammering it out, I decided this isn't something I want to continue with. I would do a redraw. Of the concept. I don't know. Does anybody else have strong feelings on it? Because when I make paintings, and especially my sketchbook, but on the stream, on paper here, one would like to think like, oh, this is going to be the next great thing that I have ever done in my life. And that's wonderful. But for the most part, like it's workshop, it's practice. And, you can't be too attached to everything. Yeah, I'm liking how this is turning out. I'm going to include little claws, little claw details. K-pop trash agrees with me. Alright. Yeah. That's looking like a lion, right? Right. I mean, so far, so good, although the head is looking tiny the more I look at this hippogriff. It's almost like he's got a really stunted neck. I'll give him a little stubby tail. K-pop trash has one piece or 3 pieces right now. 1 to fix, 2 to finish. Yep. Artworks are never finished, only abandoned. That's right, striped crayons. Thank you, Life is Music. Mwah! I love seeing all your familiar faces coming back every week. It's really fun. I'm enjoying the streams on Fridays. That was kind of a newer development. So far, planning on continuing to keep doing the sip and sketch once a week, although I'm kind of hoping in the spring I can do more days out of the week and do different times, because I know we got people all over the place. Where are people watching from today? Because I know we got East Coast in there. I know we got Asia, we got Europe, we got everything. So yeah, still keeping it to 1 a week, but I've been working on, like I said, some videos for YouTube, some longer videos and some shorts. And my goal is to get it to a place where I can take time off of other things so that I can do more streams during the week. If that sounds interesting to you, I love hearing like, hell yeah or hell no, or please Tuesdays are the day I need this. I need to just watch paintings happen on Tuesdays. Like, that feedback is all helpful because I'm here for you. Ooh, middle of Canada. Ontario? Or are we in, is it Nova Scotia? No, Nova Scotia's east, right? I'm embarrassing myself in front of Canada. Oh God, stop talking, Mary. Just start, make art. Make art. Do the thing. Make pictures. Don't use your words. Don't stop it with those ideas. The people don't want ideas. They don't want to know your lack of knowledge. They want your pictures. Hey, Utku. Hi. Welcome, welcome. They get little bird heads. They do got little bird heads. Okay, wings I want to workshop. What am I doing with these wings? I do want them to kind of stand apart from things. This might get gross. This might get really gross. I'm going in with purple on the wings. This could be a terrible idea. Actually, no. I'm going to back up. I'm going to go in with red because I'm going to pull up a reference. Eagle wings. Go. Eagle wings. It's okay. It's okay to look up references. Okay. I'm looking up some pictures because he's just kind of sitting there with it. They're tucked, but not entirely. Hardest part about drawing from reference is finding the reference that works. And perhaps my core design is based on fantasy. And that's why I can't draw the reference. Find a reference. Okay. Okay, that's something that could work. Yeah. 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 All right, I'm going to do it. Alberta. Alberta. Okay. Texas of the North. Alberta. You know, every place has a Texas. Shout out the Texas of your homeland. My brother's been living in Germany. He claims it's Bavaria. Everywhere you go, they got a Texas. No. Jeez. Wow, Mary, have you ever seen a bird before? Sorry. I'm really shocked and appalled at my inability to do wings. I guess this is okay. I'm gonna make this back wing kind of a blob. A mushy blob of a thing. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Oh, gosh. Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh. Well, I don't know if I like where this is going, but, you know, this is what happens when we freehand doodle with watercolor on a Friday morning. Oh, gosh. Oh, boy. Coming in with that purple. I really want the wings to have a strong sense of purple to them, but using yellow as a undertone creates a delicate situation because yellow and purple are complementary. They're opposite of each other on the color wheel, which means they look so incredible side by side, but when you blend them, you get poop or puke. You get icky colors. It doesn't necessarily, it's not everyone's aesthetic. So I did like this like sketch with red to kind of do like another base layer of a color that's more friendly to blend with purple, because red and purple are closer to each other on the color wheel. And that's how it kind of get around like making something that's somewhat off-putting, perhaps. But then, like, also giving me the opportunity to put purple right upside next to yellow. And look at that contrast. Look at that contrast. This is a nice contrast. Wings are hands, hands are hard. Wings are hands, hands are hard. Wings are hands, hands are hard. You're right. You're right. Are we dead yet? You're right. You're right. Tell your sister. You were right. Let's do... Yeah, speaking. Oh, that's dry. That's dry. That's wet. I think I'm gonna work on whatever you want to call these claws here. These are interesting. All right. So I'm gonna go in with this ochre. It's a more traditional version of yellow compared to this radiation cadmium yellow I use as the underlayer, and I'm just kind of, at this point, using it like line art or sketching out our talons. There we go. It's coming together, slowly but surely. Sometimes I gotta remind myself, you know, step one, you sketch it, loosey-goosey, and then somewhere in steps 2 through a million, you start looking at it like, oh gosh, this looks terrible, and I have to remind myself, yeah, because it's still it's a sketch. It's a work in progress. You're making it better now. It looked terrible, and now you're making it better. That's the fun part, like seeing how it like radically morphs once you add another layer or another color. terrible to tolerable. Okay. These talons are going to be a little inconsistent in sizes. But that's okay. It's a sketch. Yeah. There we go. Let's do a little more. I'm going to use kind of a red for the edges here. I want to give it more of an illustrative quality, so I'm going in like with real bold lines, as if kind of almost treating it like I was painting with ink, but it's color. So there's going to be a little more of a drawing aspect to it, but I like that. I'm just going to throw in some texture here. Oh, yeah. They're feathers, so maybe like more of a loopy. I don't know. I was kind of doing like hair on that side. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Getting closer. The software that I used to zoom in was not behaving. It was kind of glitching, so I'm gonna try and get you some good camera or video quality of these close-ups, these little details, without it falling out of focus. We're all a work in progress. Every stream is a work in progress. Okay. Well, now there's a camera in my way. Ooh, yeah. And then, yeah, I think the claws need a little more definition. Just a little more. Oh yeah, thank you, big stretch, big sketch. Yeah, I got some designs up in the merch in my merch shop in the Mary Doodles spring store. Here, I'm gonna pin that comment if you want to get some fun new fancy wear. I have this like sip and sketch beanie. It's sort of like the teardrop design here that you see at the bottom of the screen. I've also got some t-shirts, mugs, all that goodness. So you can go check that out. Get some sip and sketch love. That'd be greatly appreciated. Help support this channel. If you want to show your support, there's the super chat. You can tip me any little thing you want. I don't take bribes, but super chat can convince me to add your cat to the painting, or send your mother a Valentine card. No promises, but any little bit is greatly appreciated and helps out. You can also tip me directly on Venmo at Mary Doodles. And otherwise, I invite you to stick around and check out more of my videos and stuff. I've got a decade worth of art videos for you to enjoy. From tutorials to time-lapse paintings to stupid little music videos that are animated-ish, illustrated. I know it's been brought up that people like Space Zombie, and I've been thinking of doing another thing like that. They're bigger projects, but hey, worth it. And coming up, like I said, I was shooting a studio vlog. I'm also shooting a video around another project that I'm doing. It's been a long time coming, and I don't know. I just kind of, this past week, it was my reviewing of the project week, you know, just seeing where I'm at, and I'm kind of surprised that like it's coming along. I don't want to like do any like early reveals because it's just like one of those things where this project has like I've started it and then had to shelve it, start it, shelve it, start it, shelve it. So I don't want to speak too soon, but it's finally at a place where I'm feeling like, okay, I'm getting close to sharing where we are at with this, and yeah, so I'm putting together some more behind the scenes videos of that and the process, because it's the kind of thing where I set out to do this project and it seemed simple enough, and then of course once you crack it open, it's a lot, but it's a lot to be excited about. So next month, I'll probably be rolling out where you can find some of the behind the scenes video of that. And I'll be sharing with you my new studio. Aw, I love it. Sounds like a bribe, Mary. I endorse bribery. All right. Just having a little existential crisis real quick. Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna finish up his haunches, his legs. Really lock in that design. The wings I'm letting go of. I think I had different expectations in my head as to what the wings are going to look like based on the skills I think I have versus the skills I actually have. I'm going to, I don't know, I'm going to lean into doing something that's more like folk style. When it's not looking realistic, we're moving it into folk art. Because I'm a folk and I'm making art. It's folk art. Therefore, any criticism of the proportions, of the anatomy, of the textures, of the use of color, any critiques now is just culturally insensitive. You are criticizing my folkness as an artist. Okay, here. Now this is the part where you're like, oh no, she's going insane. Look at how she's just now madly scribbling. I don't know if I want to witness this anymore. Is this video going to end up on Live Leak? What is happening? We are getting to a scribbly part. I'm going to take some purple. I'm going to do like some sketchies. I'm going to really water it down though. I love a good sketchy texture on a painting, on an illustration. I do. I'm gonna be mindful of being sparing. I want to be sparing. I don't want to overly clutter things. This paw. And the purple on top of the reds, the yellows, and everything, it's kind of coming up almost like black, but not quite dark enough. Not so drab. You know, with watercolor, if you want to keep your watercolors light and bright, saturated nicely, avoid using your black paint for shading, because that black is just adding gray to stuff. Instead, try using like a royal purple, a navy blue, something like on that darker, cooler end of the spectrum, or even like a brown. You know, use that for your shadows or like any defining outlines. And I'll just kind of help keep a lighter tone, color, yeah. Things won't be so cluttered. Now, what am I getting up here? This initial bleed, it did kind of get a little out of control. Just gonna add some red up here to counter the muddiness that we got going on in the beak. Just kind of feels like we need a little something there. I don't know. Can't explain it. I can't always explain it. A lot of it is just feeling it out. And where those feelings come from, I don't know. Okay, we're about to do something fun. Ready? Here we go. He's coming along. I'm gonna wrap this up with a background. Because I don't always do backgrounds, but this one wants one. It's screaming for a background. So here we go. Howdy, al dente. Staying pleasantly tough while also soft enough. I trust you are. It's me making small talk. Why don't you do it like you did the neck? With the because I like doing the really scribbly sketchy things on the outside. Hi, Instabane. Thanks for popping in. Mwah! Thank you. All right. Here we go. This is going to be, let's see, which black do I want to choose? I have so many to choose from. I feel like this is, I use this one a lot. I think that's the one I want. I have like many different black paints from different brands, different levels of quality. It really does make a difference with watercolor paints. I mean, generally when it comes to getting art supplies, I always recommend, if you're starting off, you don't necessarily need the high-end things. That's not going to help you. They are just a nice luxury to try out. If you've been doing art for a while and you're like me and you're generally frugal and you tend to go for like a good deal and I'd encourage you like save a little money and like try some of those like nicer high-end paints because they're actually worth it. Usually, for the most part. And that will be, I'm putting together like a video and a blog reference of like some of my favorite art supplies from like low end to high end, So the goal is to have like a reference there that I can point to and be like, these are the things I recommend. These are the things if you have any questions. Because I used to have a page like that on my website and then, it got out of date and and my website hasn't been updated since before Obama, and it's a lot. So, but we got that coming up next month. All right, I'm going to make, this one's also going to be kind of a to be continued painting because I have an idea. There's just this big space above our hippogriff. And so I thought I'd put a word bubble in. Because was it last week I was doing a painting and I was going to leave a word bubble in and then zoned out and didn't. So this is my revenge on myself, on my forgetful self. Yay, al dente. Al dente's keeping it nice and pleasantly firm, but not too firm. Just nice and pleasantly firm. Do 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 al dente. Al dente. got a word bubble. All right. Oh, yes. I love how this is just exploding out to the edge. Explosions. This paper is going to start buckling. It's already starting to curl upward. Oh, God. Mary, what are you doing? Okay, now he's got a lot less to say. But he's still going to say it. He's still going to say it. Yes, sometimes I have muscle spasms and I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm just gonna carefully set aside this space for a big fat word bubble, for this hippogriff to have a monologue, and here, let me just stipple it real quick. Let me just smash some paint right there in the center. Prevent anything good from happening. Yes. Nailing it, killing it, doing it. Slay, 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 slay. All the way to the edge. All the way to the edge. All the way to the edge. Yes. All right. And I don't know if you can see it, but I am using a lot of heavy wash, and like my paper is buckling. We got lumps over here and here. Like it's kind of like popping in the middle and then like going down at the edges. You can really tell here. This like dark line, that's all the water pooling and pulling the pigment with it. So if that's bothersome to you, I don't know. I'm the master of ignoring obvious disasters, so I can deal with it, but you know, sometimes curse it with a crystal as a paperweight, and that can kind of help at least keep like the area here that I'm working on. That's gonna lock it in. All right. And then I'm just going to quickly, but carefully, tighten up this dark background all the way around our subject. Hopefully while the background is still generally wet, because I want this like soft feathery bleed out. But this paper dries pretty quickly. Oh man, that's looking muddy and gross. This also might need camera might be auto-adjusting in a way I don't like. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to do that while this background is still fairly damp, in hopes of getting a nice clean bleed effect. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, I guess. Guess that's why it's an adventure. Okay, now it's gonna get scary. Using your crystal as a wrist rest. Wow, this thing actually, wow, it works. Because sometimes like my wrist drags in paint and then I rest it on other parts of the page and it just ruins the painting. But this giant crystal works as a perfect wrist rest. It's got this groove here that's like made for me. Crystals do work. Ooh. Do this thing. It's like the most annoying part. F it. I don't want the crystal anymore. I want the crystal. I need the crystal. Get rid of the crystal. Strike the crystal. I don't need the crystal. This is how an artist works. All right. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, I like that. I might be getting a little glare from where it's wet, but I'm just taking this black to the edge. I'm trying to make it as dark as possible right up next to our character here because I want that contrast. I want him to pop. He's a dark subject on a light subject on a dark background. I'm going to use this black paint to really carve out the edge of our character. You know, and the idea is that it's cutting over some of the scribbliness that I was doing earlier. So within the subject, you get texture, you get sketchy effects, you have a more painterly quality, you can see the brush strokes, but then behind it is more of this soft, fuzzy, matte black. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Stripe Crayon says, one of these days I'll try ironing a dried piece to see if that helps. Well, am I in the middle of a conversation? A dried art piece, yes. I hear that does help. That does help. I've done it before. I have. The key is you want to protect the image. Just remember that. So I would use like, at the time I had glassine paper. Glassine. It's like an artist grade archival paper. You know, they usually use it for storing photos and art and things that you want to keep acid free. Yeah. Again, it's archival quality. And a lot of times I'll wrap my artwork in it if I'm shipping it out or transporting it. So I use that glassine on the image surface of the painting. And then on top of that, I put like a paper towel just to have like a little bit of a heat barrier. And then kept it low and light, just enough pressure. But yes, you can definitely iron your paintings after the fact if you want to flatten them out. That works well. I also I use the good old-fashioned stack of books method. I'll lay it flat and stack books on it. I believe maybe that's what the true purpose of sketchbooks is. You know, what are you going to do with all those sketchbooks hanging out around your studio? You flatten paintings with it. Yeah, all right. Shoot, I missed my window of opportunity on this. Oh, sorry. On these feets. It's not bleeding. It's not blending. So I'm just going to have to blend it out there for me. It's going to be a little more textured, but that's okay. Yeah. Smoky. Hey, Whisker Diner. Ooh, K-pop trash painted with burnt umber and purple says makes a good skin tone. I like that. Yeah, I think purple skin and in like making skin tones is gorgeous. Personally, I don't know what it is about purple. It's just so great in everything. I love it as shadows and shading. Yeah, I think I'm going through a purple phase. Like, I remember like when I first started doing videos on YouTube, I've been going back through some of my old videos and seeing like, I had the orange room, which was basically the painting that's behind me, but like a whole room. And then that was like my orange phase. Everything had to be orange. And then that melded into, melded into like greens. And now I think I'm really more into purples. Oh, awesome. Cool. Urgent message. It's just the president needs me. Told him we'll be wrapping up shortly. I can't help, Mr. President. I'm painting between eagle talons. Do you know how difficult that is? I don't even like the shape of them to begin with. But I have to try and make it work as best I can. Alright, just gonna go in with hard lines around that. It'll look a little cartoony, but I'd rather it pop. That's what you get with human-generated art. Okay. I'm going to leave a little bit of white in that talon. Gosh, this is so... I don't like the detailed parts. Thank you for being here. This is the part where... gosh, if I was like doing this alone, I would take an indefinite coffee break. Whew, thank you for being here with me through those eagle talons. I enjoy painting with others. I always have. I feel like when I was in school, you know, when I did the most painting practice all day. And one of the more fun parts was at lunch, sitting at the lunch table with friends, and you know, I'd be sketching or something and hanging out. It's nice to have the company. Yay! Hi, Serenity! It is a hippogriff. It's a hippogriff, I swear. He's got an aura called a no man's land between the background and the subject. A bigger brush now. Woo! Golly, that was annoying. I hate eagle talons. So minute and detailed and important not to mess up, but stupid and boring. Stupid and boring. Welcome to my stupid and boring drawing. All right. Just get that little pocket there. We're getting there. We're getting there. Paint those talon spaces, yeah. You just gotta paint in the grooves and the cracks, and then you paint those talon spaces. Then you can go back to what you wanna do, and that is eating breakfast. Again and again and again. Do you ever get the feeling that you just want breakfast? Again and again and again. I mean, seriously, God has played some cruel tricks on us, like making breakfast a one-time thing, and earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, and floods, and breakfast only happens one time. What kind of God makes breakfast one time? What kind of God makes breakfast one time? That's a new song you will find on my upcoming Christmas album, Have a Very Merry Money Grab, dropping this fall. But get your album drop pants on right now, because supplies won't last. It's only going to be vinyl pressings. Only vinyl. It's going to be like the last vinyl that exists on the planet. So be sure to follow me at Mary Doodles on everything. Instagram, I guess maybe Facebook. TikTok, I'm Doodles Mary. And here I'm Mary Doodles. Here on YouTube right now. Can't deny that. And if you want to show your love, I got a super chat. Venmo's Mary Doodles. Or just stick around and watch the next thing from my channel that YouTube serves you. Or anything from any channel that YouTube serves you, honestly. Just keep watching YouTube. The trick is to keep watching YouTube and never turn it off. This is a safe place. This can be your home now. You don't have to go back out to the real world after this. You can just saddle up and enjoy the ride. I didn't forget about second breakfast. I'm saying I'm not a hobbit and I'm not a cultural appropriator. So no, I don't do second breakfast. Kind of offended you suggested that. This is a safe space. This is not a hateful place. Okay? Y'all behave out there in the chat. Y'all behave. Oh, thank you, Serenity. Breakfast does sound pretty good right now. I mean, I had a breakfast. I had a breakfast. I did. I'm doing the thing my dog does where I'm like, I know I had breakfast, but I could do more breakfast. I could always do more breakfast. God, what is it about breakfast? You can have it any time of day. You could have it twice, you know, in the right company, or if no one's watching. Or if you befriended the Hobbit people and became their chief and wived one of their women. Oh boy. Okay, here's the thing about doing a dark background with watercolor is I feel it could always be darker. Yeah. Watercolor, it dries. You know, it dries and it usually dries lighter or more pastel than what you initially think it's going to be. And you kind of have to accept that. Okay, I'm going to clean my brush off there and just hope it dries evenly at the very least. Ooh. It's still a little damp. You might get some glares. I might get some glares from mothers and stares. Good enough. I declare it good enough. Ha. Vanta Black. I know. I would Vanta Black so much of it. I'm liking where this is going. I like it. Things to do. Number one, we need text. We need some text there. So I will encourage you, if you're, how about this? Let's do a giveaway. I'm going to do a giveaway with this. I am. Tell your art anxiety to crap in a hat, because that's amazing. Thank you. Thank you, K-pop trash. Thank you for noticing my anxieties that I've just been wearing them all over, and I really appreciate you noticing. Yay! It's blazing. He's got to be saying something. So I would challenge you in the chat right now. I'm going to stay on for like another 5 minutes, do some Q&A and answer stuff. In the meantime, if you right now think that if you have an idea for like what the text can say, put that in the chat. If you are watching this VOD and like after the fact, you know, if you're watching this on YouTube and this is the video, the streaming's done, it's no longer live, I've died, but you're still watching this video, but you have an idea for what goes in the word bubble, put that in the comments, and I will be picking the best comment, the thing that's like most fitting, what this hippogriff is going to say. It could be the funniest, it could be the most sincere, it could be the heartache, it could be whatever you want, whatever you think. Don't let the size of the word bubble discourage you. I love it. Give me a glass of water. Love it. So I'm going to pick like my favorite one in there, and let's see. I'm going to send the winner something. Let's see. What do we want? What do we want the prize to be? Do we want stickers? Do we want a beanie? Do we want a t-shirt? What do we choose, chat? I want to send the winner something from my spring store. Breakfast, please. I require Chick-fil-A. Whoa. I like these. Let's see here. Man, we got mugs. We got stickers. We got t-shirts. Ooh. We got aprons. We got journals. What do we want to... Is there something that's calling to people? Maybe I'll just do a t-shirt. Do a little sip and sketch t-shirt. Great enough. Stickers. K-pop trash says stickers. Okay. I will. Here, let's see. Because I've been designing a bunch of merch, and then I've forgotten like which ones I have uploaded and which ones I've got stashed away for later stuff. But I know I have sticker collections. Let's see. How about this? I will send the winner. Why me? I love. Yeah, let's do this. Watch Mary brainstorm and organize a giveaway on a stream. Fear me, please. I love it. Google lied to me. Eggs are on sale. Okay. I love this. Okay. Giveaway. I'm clocking all of these suggestions here in the chat. And then if you have more, go to my YouTube channel where this is VOD. This will be like, I'm going to leave this stream up for at least a week after the fact. So leave a comment if you think of more things. No limit. And I will pick one winner to make the official word bubble for the hippogriff here. I might also like touch it up and like do some more like darker outlines, add some highlights, add some stars, like galactic background. It's racist to assume I'm a griffin. Oh, yes. I like that. Ooh, these are going to be hard. These are going to be really hard to choose from. But the winner, I'm going to send you a sticker pack from my spring store. I'm going to send you all of the stickers that I have, like one of each design. There might be some more that are up there that aren't there yet because did I leave the oven on? I love it. So you're going to get some stickers as a thank you for captioning Miss Griffith. Ooh, I love it. Ooh, I love it. Ooh, I love it. Ooh, I love it. Google lied to me. I still really like that one. Ooh, that's amazing. You guys are great. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. I'm going to wrap this up. I got your suggestions here. And again, if you think of more, come back, leave them in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me this week. I will be back next week. Same time, same place, 10:10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Pacific Standard Time. I can say that because I'm Irish Catholic and American Irish. And what else was I saying? Mary Doodles across the board. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I am Doodles Mary. I haven't really been posting there lately, but March I'm going to be dropping some new shorts, some little fun, goofy short series that I've been making in the background here, along with some new videos. I'm going to introduce you to Studio 2.0, which is a work in progress. Oh, thank you for being here, K-pop Trash. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Al Dente. No, you can't ride me. Oh, thank you for hanging with me. Thanks for coming over. Thanks for coming by. Go play your video games, Rickard. Goodbye. 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 Love you all. Enjoy. Yeah, bye. Ta-da. We did it. We're done.